Hello there and welcome to our new channel, Tickets42, a travel vlog that myself, Richard, and my wife Vicky, who's currently behind the camera, is going to be doing throughout the course of our travels. We're going to be doing another video which is a little bit more in depth about the channel, the purpose of it, why we've kind of set it up. In brief though, it's more just for our friends and families to kind of see into what we're going to be doing, but also to try and give our perspective on the countries that we're going to and hopefully inspire you guys to go out and do the same. This video though is going to be a little bit about our recent trip to Iceland, which was very kindly gifted by some of our friends as a wedding gift while we got married in Hungary. But before even getting to Iceland, we firstly had a few issues. The first one being that we actually lost our passports on the bus on the way up to Luton Airport, which is not a good thing to do. So we ended up having to change our trip from the middle of May towards the end of June, which kind of changed things a little bit once we arrived into Iceland. Because once we got to Iceland, it was the 24-hour sunlight season, which is a very odd thing to experience if you've not experienced it before. I mean, it can be as bright as what it would be around about sunset time or like kind of late evening time during the summer over in the UK at like 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning over in Iceland. It's a very, very odd thing to see. So anyway, going a little bit back towards the trip, the first thing that we ended up doing, obviously as a British person and as a Hungarian tourist, was go out for a few drinks on the first night, which was just cracking to go and do with some of our friends that we haven't seen in a very long time. Which included me trying a drink called Ryan Toslin, which tastes as weird as it sounds. So after having a few too many drinks the night before, the following day we decided that we were going to go down and see Grotta, which is like a kind of nature reserve just on the coast of Iceland, not too far from Reykjavik. It's about an hour and a half, 2 hours walk if you wanted to walk right from the centre of Reykjavik. Walked all the way there through quite windy conditions, it was quite cold. Got all the way there, got some lovely photographs, but then found out that it was nesting season for the birds because there's a lot of birds and a lot of wildlife that nest in the local vicinity. So we kind of looked at it, took a few pictures, turned around and walked all the way back. If you get the opportunity to go and do Grotta though, I would, because it's just stunning, and if the weather's a little bit better and it's not as windy and the birds aren't nesting or laying eggs and doing whatever the hell they want, then it's obviously going to be a lot better experience, and you can walk right up to the lighthouse and you can go right around the local area. I would definitely do it if you get the chance. After that we went to go and see an open air museum, which is about 15 minutes away from the centre of Reykjavik, not a very long drive at all. Can't pronounce the name of it, so here it is. Quite interesting to see how Icelandic people lived in like the 1800s and the early 1900s. And on top of that, me and the missus decided that we were going to harass some goats and chickens as well, which is always a bonus because we love wildlife. So while those experiences were nice and they were very pleasant, it was nice to see, the real crux of the trip happened on like the 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th day. So thanks to our friends having a few connections out there because they've been living out there for quite a while and actually run their own travel service company, we were able to stay for a couple of nights at a lake house. And I can't remember the name of it. And while I can't remember the name of it, it was literally stunning. It's one of the most beautiful views I have ever seen, especially when you get up in the morning, ever so slightly hungover, sit down, have a cup of coffee out on the porch, and there's just this giant lake with this stunning, absolutely stunning mountainous kind of view. It's something like from Lord of the Rings. It's crazy.
Your hands are disappearing when you do this.
Disappearing hand. And for the next few evenings while we were there, we had a blinding time, just drinking Icelandic beer, playing silly games. Between the evenings of drinking and playing card games, we went to go and see some of the local attractions. included Barnafos. My wife's cracking up because apparently in Hungarian Barnafos means something other than what it actually is in Icelandic. Just when I thought the views couldn't get any better from where we stayed, throughout the 2-day stay while we were there, we decided that we were going to go and see some of the local nature reserves, which are absolutely stunning as what you can expect from Iceland. However, there's one particular area, which is just by the coast, that really sticks out to me. As we were driving towards it, it was something like from a BBC Earth documentary, something that you would expect David Attenborough to kind of take part in. And there was literally thousands of seagulls or seabirds that was flying around, nesting and kind of squawking and squealing as loud as what you would expect. And it was just absolutely phenomenal. I can't recommend it highly enough that if you are driving around that kind of area, that you do go and visit it and do go and see it, because it's a natural wonder, it really is. We also had the opportunity to go around parts of the Golden Circle, which is a connection of roads that goes right around Iceland that shows some of its most stunning natural wonders. So throughout the course of this trip, we also got to go and see the geysers. The meeting point where the Euro-Asia and American tectonic plates meet. The Golden Waterfalls. Also the Secret Lagoon, which all in their own right were just stunning. So basically what I'm saying is that Iceland's beautiful, and if you ever get the chance to go, pack your bags, go over just for a few days. If you can go over for longer, do it, because there is a lot to see and Iceland deserves to be seen through your own eyes, so just go for it. And also bring a shed load of dough, because it's bloody expensive. So just as a quick shout out for the girls that planned our trip from Erlendis Travel, their information is just below, so you can go and check out their website. Currently it's in Hungarian, but they are going to be moving it to a broader audience in English, so keep an eye on that. Also, if you want to keep tabs on what we're up to and what we're going to be doing, you can follow us on Instagram, Snapchat and Facebook. Links are down below. On top of that, we are going to be doing weekly videos, so if you want to like and subscribe, that'd be awesome as well. Thank you guys for watching, and hopefully we get to see you next week.